Zoro, right-hand man to the future king of the pirates, and Killer Bee, Naruto's Jinchuriki trainer. These two, even at the beginning of One Piece's airing, have been pinned together mainly due to their unique swordsman styles. Uh, with the fight only evolving over time as the internet got bigger and uh, one particular character got stronger. So, I think without further ado, let's get into Killer Bee's scaling first. Starting off, it's a regular phenomenon for Biju to be able to nuke mountains, with it being said that, and shown within the series, that anyone with chakra can strengthen their body to increase their speed or strength, with Data even showing and saying that the Three Tails wasn't at its strongest when he knocked it out with his bomb, but we still know that his bombs did at least knock it out. So I would still round out his AP to about the strength of a Jinchuriki. This is important because many characters like Sasuke um scale directly to Datara's AP, as Sasuke gets carpet bombed by Data at several points, along with Data catching a stray. A himself also is able to fight uh, the Eight Tails. This is really important, mainly for helping to pin down the Biju's level of AP, and me overall aiming to show you how the scaling with the Biju can get you far above mountain level, as it was a vaporization feat, meaning that's far above mountain level, with some placing it to uh with some placing it to island level. And I personally, due to how Killer Bee can fight the other Biju for so long, place it close to multi-continental, place him closer to multi-continental, mainly due to the fact that he can take on so many at once. Now, heading off into speed, there are many points at which characters can dodge light speed attacks, but I've brought this up before, where Darui, Garas, Kankuro, and Tamari all launch their attacks at the same time as Darui's laser circus. Sasuke can easily react, and Sasuke has a hard time against A. This is important because A is currently referenced as being as strong as Minato, with B in the past being just as strong as Minato, and shown currently to be stronger than A. Within the current moments, KCM Naruto can blitz A, as well. It's sort of the reason why he was able to be let out of the war in the first place. KCM, B, and Itachi all can square off quite fairly from what I'm showing you. And overall, B is, I would say, at his base, on the lower end of the KCM spectrum in terms of speed, with some people placing the KCM speed boost into the 70s range. Now, I'll go into Killer Bee's abilities, starting off with the eight tails. The eight tails, he can do a full transformation into turn the whole fight into a boss battle, making it far harder for his opponents to fight back, especially considering the immense power boost. He also gains different abilities with the eight tails power, though, being able to spray ink to make a giant smoke cloud. In the eight-tailed transformation, he can shoot out a giant beam or shoot out Biju bombs, which, like I said earlier, can vaporize mountains and amplify his powers with a cloak. Well, chakra cloak, but based off the comparison from the curse mark, it is around a 10 times increase, as shown and said by various members of the Sound 4. Along with the chakra cloak, or just Biju abilities of their chakra, allowing the users to regenerate over time with more chakra, increasing the speed of their regeneration. With B's cloak showing that he's able to swim and move underwater, just like Kisame. And he is one of few that actively uses his extra limbs as a way to substitute and avoid attacks, along with using these extra limbs for help in battle, like using them to help with his unique fighting style, which is shown with him using 8 separate swords at once, along with all different parts of his body, performing amazing acrobatic feats whilst fighting. He also imbues his blades with lightning release, which has a unique advantage against stone in Naruto, allowing the users to pierce through the earth, and with it, with not just that being B's big advantage in a fight, but his new weapon and new sword, Samehara, a special sword that can drain and rip out chakra. Although the exact quantification is quite hard, we do know that it can rip off a single cloak from Killer Bee, with the amount of tails that he is shown having, going from 3 to 2. Now, and well, as shown with Kisame, it also adds another level of regeneration. And yes, I am going to have Samehara be a part of the whole energy equalization of the battle, as I feel it'd be way more fair, and add a whole different layer to the battle. Now, I'm going to head on over to Zoro's scaling. Getting into the Zoro scaling, he quite easily is either relativistic at the very beginning, or faster than light, depending on how charitable you want to be towards him being able to dodge Kuma's light cannon, with pre-time skip Luffy being able to do the same, although with some with these attacks cutting it quite close, and it being shown in the future after the time skip and after a few years of training that Luffy is able to completely blitz and dodge these light speed attacks and, well, completely smash the pacifista that fired them. Same with Zoro and Sanji. This is quite important for a few reasons, but this more or less is a helpful hand towards how fast Zoro is. A major reason in why I am using Luffy as a comparison towards Zoro is because of how relative this series portrays him, Zoro, and Sanji, with this statement right here being sort of a mediator for how, well, not mediator, but way to explain and say how much of a boost the Gear 2 transformation is, with it being shown that in his fight against Katakuri, that his own Gear 2 Gear 4 transformation, which is a power increase along with a speed increase because of Gear 2 and Gear 3 being used along with Haki. With him clipping this power until he's able to defeat Katakuri, which Kaido easily blitzes and one-shots Luffy in. And after some training on Luffy's end, physically, along with Haki-wise, he's able to at least compare to Kaido now. And throughout their fight, Kaido is also able to match up to Luffy, with Zoro being able to blitz this hybrid Kaido, who got stronger throughout the fight through Haki blooms and cliffing his previous levels of strength and showing new feats. And as per what's shown later, Luffy is able to fight Rob Lucci, with Zoro being shown to be putting Rob Lucci on the back foot, not directly putting him on equal footing with Gear 5, but at least putting him close enough to Luffy's level to where I'd say he is around I would argue he'd be at the same speed level as Killer B, and close to 70 times the speed of light. Now, as per this statement that has constantly been used to describe Whitebeard's power, I would say it is quite consistent, as there are statements within other sources in the One Piece world, particularly in Ace's light novel, where Ace compares the power of all the Yonko to each other, and he even is capable of harming said Yonkos. The reason why this is overall important is because Zoro is able to draw blood from them and also able to block combined attacks from both Big Mom and Kaido, which shown earlier is quite impressive, as even as one of Whitebeard's attacks can easily range into the multi-continental areas. And as said earlier, these characters get a strength boost and um, multipliers. So I would like to say that Zoro is, I would say, a little bit unquantifiably stronger than Multi-Continental at this point. Now, as per his abilities and techniques, he is able to easily shred through steel. He can cut through fire with the flame slice technique. He can manipulate the wind, being able to slash and create tornadoes, launch slashing projectiles, or just create a whirlwind to knock people back. He also can, just through sheer will, create a sort of physical illusion that is a pseudo transformation, his own form of gear too, where it enhances all his stats and allowed him and gave him the ability to blitz Kaido and scar him. Now, as per the main thing that makes Zoro as strong as he is, Haki. Haki is shown to be capable of enhancing someone's own perception abilities, allowing for a blind man to be able to see things around them quite well to the point that they can accurately block attacks from Luffy, who is quite the adaptable fighter, as seen with him being able to use his fingers as a net. So in Haki can also be used defensively and offensively to harden and increase the power behind attacks, with Zoro being able to toughen his sword strikes, which he also has learned the advanced versions of, both Conqueror's Haki and advanced armament, allowing him to bypass durability and overall increase the power behind his strikes, allowing him to, which I find to put more of a oomph to his attacks. Now, getting into who would win this, I find the two, at least in their base forms, to be quite comparable. But, you might say, who would actually win? I can't give you a flowery reason as to, oh, you make up your own decision. So, I'll try to make it very simple for you and say that it all goes down to who you think lands the kill shot off first. Haki blooms are a real big reason for why characters are capable of cliffing other opponents within a battle, and I at least think that it's very likely for Zoro to be able to do the same thing Luffy did against Katakuri, as I think the main reason why Luffy grew better against Katakuri than he did against Kaido was because of the fact that the two were so similar, and how his observation Haki was the main thing that grew. I think with Zoro it would sort of be the same thing here, and he would be able to grow strong enough to probably chop off Killer Bee's limbs quite faster, and, well, probably his head. Now, for those that say that it would be the same thing for Killer Bee's case, no, the statement directly implies it's learning based, and that it's more so like a training amp boost more than anything. With the main ways I see Killer B being able to win, being him immediately going for the kill and jumping in terms of power by testing out what he can do. After all, I think he learned his lesson from Sasuke and realized that maybe there's just some opponents that you shouldn't let power up, and so he would probably just at least from what I think, would repeatedly jump to each tail and then crush Zoro, mainly due to the power boost that the tails provide, or he would pull a Hashirama and try to outlast Zoro and then substitute at the end for a sword strike finish. I mainly see Killer B winning this fight, but please let me know what you think down below in the comments. And check you later. Wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification to know when new videos come out. And I will see you next time. Bye.